All right, we're here with Brian, and he's got a very intricate, different style of doing comics. And hello, Brian, and tell us introduce us to this style of comics.
Okay, they're called mini comics, obviously, but mini comics usually don't mean one's this physically small. And I wanted to see how far I could, how small I could make them and still tell an appropriate story. And part of it is these are the layout of like basically half an issue, and each of these panels is one page, and so it makes it different to read because, you know, normally you take in the whole page and you're trying to figure out how the page panel's laid out and how that works, but instead it forces the story to move at a totally different speed.
Okay.
Which I find interesting, and I started it originally with this one, which is just snarky stick figures and such, but when I would get reviews, a lot of people seemed to think that this personalized story was integral to the style, and so I started doing these other stories just to show, like, no, the style and the format and the story type aren't integrated.
Okay.
You can, like, this is like an typical mini comic autobiographical,
okay,
and then this is like a Lovecraftian monster story.
So you're just saying there any genre you want to put in here can fit in this? You can make it in any genre. You could make a superhero book this way. I mean, obviously you can't have an image splash page style, but you know. Or to be the most highly detailed, smallest splash page
exactly.
on the face.
Well, in a way, it's like they're all splash pages because they all take up a whole page.
Okay.
You know, I'll show you the physical.
And you got to put on their actual finger size, actual size of it.
There you go.
All right, and now how long have you been?
I think I did the first one in 2002.
Okay.
So that's 7 years now, which I guess is a long time. But this is actually my first time at a convention.
Okay. All right.
I've just been doing it through the mail so far previously.
All right.
Sending them out for promo and stuff, trying to get the word out, just like everybody else here.
So are you planning to go into other conventions as well, or trying to?
Thinking about
work in progress.
S.P.A.C.E, Small Press Expo in Bethesda, Ape maybe, but space is affordable.
All right. So this year and next year, people space, come and see him.
That's right. I'll be here next year at Space.
Well, this is going to be kind of different since this is not really been done before, but has been, but just not picked up. Who would you say? Who would you say is your artistic inspiration to be drawing in general? Like who's the person that keeps you going? A person?
I love Dave Sim. I think he's probably the best comic writer, drawer there. Like, you know, Will Eisner's dead, so who's left for you to say is better than him? You know,
we had a comment with someone. They were just like, all of them are dead, and they were just like, anybody alive you like?
Yeah, Dave Sim is incredible. His line work, his storytelling is great. I mean, I really am a huge fan of Sam Keith, his non-DC work, you know, his indie stuff. My Inner Bimbo #1 is maybe the best single comic I've read in 10 years.
I'll only know by the Max because I was a 90s child. So.
Yeah, the Max is incredible. That's where I found out about him too. I found out about him on MTV, you know?
Okay, yep, same here. MTV, go back to the old way. Go back to the...
MTV used to rock. When are they gonna release the Max on DVD, you know? Never. That's the answer, unfortunately.
Yeah, even Blu-ray would be nice, but... Okay, tell people how to get a hold of you, your website.
We'll see if that comes in focus right down there. Silbermedia.com, and you can get I also run a record label, and so the website's mainly about the record label, but there are links to the comics there. And I also do a webzine that is mainly music-oriented, interview-oriented, but I have done a few interviews with comic people, like John Ostrander I did an interview with. He's, I guess, pretty big leagues these days, right? So, yeah, that's the story. Thanks for...
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Sweet. Here, I am here with artist Chris, and he's going to let us know on what he does. It's awesome.
My name is Chris Hallbeck. I do a comic called The Book of Biff at thebookofbiff.com. It's a free comic every Monday through Friday. single panel. It's about a guy named Biff. Some people think he's an alien. Some people think he's some sort of genetic mutation. I think maybe he's just a guy with really long eyebrows.
Unique. How long have you been starting drawing with Biff?
This version of the comic has been since April 2006, so 3 years.
And I don't even know who your artist's interpretation would inspire you to draw this style.
Well, it's mainly sort of, you know, realistic in the proportions and stuff. It's really just the exaggerated eyebrows kind of developed from a doodle in a notebook, a friend's notebook. I used to just draw stuff to entertain him. Okay. So it kind of evolved from that.
You entertain someone, now you're entertaining the the masses right now. Okay. I'm just thinking, I don't know. It looked like something that was when MTV used to do the like the Eon Flux Hour kind of
yeah, liquid television
artistic thing or whatever. So oh wow. As far as artist wise, like another artist, who is someone that like you grew up with that you were just influenced and that kept you wanting to draw or whatever?
Well, I think the reason I do comics is because of Gary Larson and Bill Watterson with the Far Side and Calvin and Hobbes.
Those are the good answers. Those are the artists. All right, well, tell the people your website so they know how to look at your stuff.
Sure. New comics every Monday through Friday at thebookofbiff.com.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're here with artist Grant, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what he does. Hello.
Well, I'm currently working on a webcomic called Greetings from Wonderland, which is if I had to break it down and explain to you in one short, quick sentence, it's like 30 Rock with aliens as an idea. It's about the making of a sci-fi animated series about aliens that coincidentally happen to be real aliens. So they don't want to conquer the world, they want to conquer Hollywood. Okay. So
you want to play aliens on TV as well as being real aliens.
Real aliens. So it's the story of humans that have to deal with aliens and the attitudes that they have. So my art style is influenced by kind of like Warner Brothers cartoons. If you've seen, if you can scan down and take a look at any of them, you'll see how they're very Chuck Jonesian and things like that. So,
okay, like one card. How long it take you?
I can do a card like that probably in about, probably about 30 minutes. In about 30 minutes. It takes me roughly about an hour and a half to put a strip together. Once I wrote it, in my head. Once I write it in my head, it takes me about an hour and a half to sit down and draw it and then ink it, and probably about another anywhere between 45 minutes and an hour to set it up on the computer, because I do lettering on the computer, and all that, and then set it up for my website.
As far as animation goes, since that's the style you're going for, in your head, what's the top best animated thing you see as like the most beautiful thing you've
currently some of the best thing I've seen right now? Interestingly enough, the loved Monsters vs. Aliens. Although it's computer generated, but it still has that classic animation kind of feel. As far as hand drawn animation, still a big fan of a lot of still just the early classic Warner Brothers cartoons. I mean, in style and look, it still hasn't been beaten by a lot of people. Although a lot of Brad Bird's work, Iron Giant and The Incredibles. Obviously, he is a student of that period. So love that kind of stuff. So even though things are CG, and even though I am a fan of 2D animation, there is some CG out there.
It translates
the way it should. It's not photorealistic walking. It's got some squash and stretch to it that still lives up to the old classic animation.
All right, tell the people your website. Let them know how to get a hold of you.
It's greetingsfromwonderland.com, and you can find it on the web right now. It updates 5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Appreciate it. Thank you.